negotiations with the California Faculty Association. Margaret Crowell reports has come ahead of planned one-day strike at several campuses next week. One key issue is pay, with the CFA seeking a 12% increase. Leora Friedman is Vice Chancellor for Human Resources for the CSU.
The cost of CFA's 12% demand for this year alone would result in $380 million in new recurring costs to the CSU. This is larger than the entire operating budget of some of our campuses.
She says CSU is committed to negotiating a pay increase for faculty, as they've done with 4 other employee unions.
We're ready and willing to get back to the bargaining table at any time.
Friedman says their salary offer to CFA is consistent with what's been negotiated with their other unions.
A 15% general salary increase over the next 3 years, and more than 20% for some faculty, will build on the pay raises we've provided faculty over the past 5 years and result in real wage gains for CSU faculty.
In a statement, the CFA says its members are pushing the boundaries of business as usual in their contract proposals, and they remain committed to their transformative demands. Margaret Carrero, KCBS.
A series of one-day rolling strikes begins on Monday at Cal Poly Pomona, San Francisco State, following on Tuesday, Cal State LA on Wednesday, and Sacramento State on Thursday. Free parking, a couple months of free rent, that's what landlords are offering to entice new renters to sign leases.
In October, about 40% of listings in San Francisco and Oakland featured attractive incentives like free rent or parking, and that's much higher than the national average. This is all according to a recent study from Zillow. Half of listings in San Jose offered these freebies. Orphe DeLonghi, a senior economist in Zillow, says these concessions are most common at large apartment complexes and during this end-of-year lease signing slowdown. He says it's the result of a long overdue mini building boom.
You're basically going to see more incentives. Landlords don't have as much bargaining power, and so they have to
but DeLonghi says it's not enough to offset some of the highest housing costs in the country. He says that's caused by years of failing to build enough units to meet the demand. I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS.
KCBS News Time, 8:44. Sports is on the way.
The rains will soon be upon us. With all those seemingly endless cold, dreary days ahead, wouldn't it be nice to slip on a pair of cozy, warm boots in the morning? The Walk Shop in Berkeley has assembled our best ever collection of boots. Riding boots, lace boots, cuff boots, slouch boots, demi boots, fleece line boots, waterproof boots. Handcrafted and richly detailed in exquisitely soft supple leathers, luxurious suede, and tumbled grain calfskins from Italy, Spain, and Germany. In wonderful rich colors, black, brown, tan, teal, red, and gray. Beautiful, fashionable boots with all the comfort features that the Walk Shop is famous for. Softly cushioned inner soles and outsoles. Lightweight and flexible. Perfect for travel or a hard day on your feet. Discover the Walk Shop. 2120 Vine Street, Berkeley, or walkshop.com. Footwear for people who love to walk.
Coming up on KCBS,
I'm Karen Creighton in San Francisco with an update on what BART is doing to prepare for winter storms and how it could impact riders.
It's 8:45 at KCBS. The Warriors lost to the Clippers today, 113 to 112. More sports now with Matt Pittman.
It was midway through the first quarter of the NFC Championship game last season that 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy suffered a torn ligament in his arm. He needed surgery and months of strenuous rehab just to be ready to play in time for the start of this season. Sunday, Purdy and the 49ers returned to the place where he suffered the injury and where the Niners' season and their Super Bowl aspirations ended. For Purdy, returning to the scene isn't something he's thinking about.
Yeah, I got hurt there and everything, but for me, it's week 13. We're on the road in a hostile environment. We're late in the season, so every game is obviously big for us, and so that's where I'm at with my mindset. Am I going to go back and feel a certain way? None of that. It's a new year, two new teams. Slightly different in ways. So that's how I'm looking at it.
49ers and Eagles NFC Championship rematch in Philly. Sunday kickoff at 1:25 on Fox. At the sports desk, Matt Pittman, KCBS.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
KCBS News Time at 8:48. First for traffic off to Mountain View for this update now. Here's Joe.
We have an accident just came in. Norm of the KCBS Look for us, dialing it in, 415-391 KCBS. Thank you for that call, Norm. It's 101 North. It's right at San Antonio Road. All lanes were blocked just a few minutes ago when I was on the phone, but we're learning just as of a moment or so ago that it's just the left lane. So we're able to get all the cars, most of the cars off to the right shoulder, but the left lane does remain blocked northbound 101 in San Antonio. Heavy traffic from about Shoreline. In Pittsburgh, westbound 4 before Love Ridge, it looks like it's going to be the right lanes that are still blocked. Crash will happen. We have reports of a couple accidents. We could just see one crash. It looks like it's going to be eastbound 24. Well before Oak Hill Road, and traffic is very heavy here. It looks like a multiple car crash. It's unclear which lanes, but it does appear that some lanes are blocked here on eastbound 24. Doing that stuff A to Z, 58 on the traffic.
We do have some scattered showers tonight, so with lows in the 40s and 50s. There'll be a low foggy in the morning. Orange tomorrow, highs will be in the upper 50s to mid-60s. So cloudy, but it warms up a bit with 60s and low 70s tomorrow highs. Wednesday, though, rain is expected once again at highs in the upper 50s to low 60s. Thursday and Friday also have a chance of rain with areas of frost for Friday night. Saturday should be sunny, temperatures staying in the mid-50s to the low 60s. And around the Bay Area this hour, we have 58 degrees in Oakland, as well as in Hayward and San Jose. 56 this hour in Livermore and Redwood City. In Santa Rosa, San Rafael, the Napa Airport, Concord, as well as downtown San Francisco, it's 57 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time, 8:49. If you're planning to take BART to the airport in San Francisco this weekend, you'll want to plan for a little extra travel time. This weekend, BART is enacting a safety initiative to remove trees that could potentially fall on BART tracks ahead of severe winter storms. The weekend's work will impact service between the Glen Park and Daly City stations, and BART is providing a free bus service to fill the gap with stops at Glen Park, Balboa Park, and Daly City. BART Media Relations Manager Jim Allison says last year's storms caused 2 trains to be derailed and 8 delays.
Heavy rains can loosen the soil around the roots of trees, and then when you combine that with high winds, those trees become less stable. You see them fall on roadways. The same thing can happen near BART tracks, and that's why we want to remove these trees before the storms hit.
Allison says travelers heading to SFO this weekend should budget in an extra 30 minutes of travel time.
So especially if you're heading to the airport, anticipate this bus bridge that's going to be in place. The buses are free, but they will take longer to get through that section of the city.
Karen Creighton, KCBS. Believe it or not, new research shows that adults are more imaginative than children.
That's because kids spend most of their time imagining real-world scenarios.
What I thought I would see is that children would feel from a point of accepting everything being possible and limiting it down to things that are actually possible. But it's actually reversed. Children think that very little is possible.
Andrew Stuhlman, professor of psychology at Occidental College, who conducted this research into imagination, says education, experience, and reflection leads adults to have a more vivid imagination. It's just
We're more practical, using it to solve problems or think about what we said to the boss.
Those are all acts of imagination too. They just have realistic content rather than fantastical content.
Want to stretch your imagination? Set goals, role play, or word work. Think like a child. And mentions KCBS.
The Luther Burbank Center for the Arts in Santa Rosa has again lit its sculpture garden for a free walkthrough display this holiday season. KCBS's Megan Goldsby took a tour.
5-year-old Dane from Santa Rosa stopped running from display to display just long enough for a little interview. Do you love Christmas lights?
Yes.
Do you help put them up at your house?
No.
Well, maybe someday, right?
Yes.
Nice. Are you having fun tonight?
Yes.
Awesome. One more thing. When you see Christmas lights, how does it make you feel inside?
Happy.
That goes double for Mom Amy. How great is it that you can walk through this whole thing and it's free?
I know, that's really awesome, especially for the way of the world and everything, you know, money and all that stuff. And so it's just really nice little things for the kids to do, and the parents can enjoy it with them and don't have to worry about the money. So it's really, really awesome.
It was really important to us that it was accessible to everybody in the community. Lauren Peters with the Burbank Center conceptualized and helped create the display called Northern Lights in their sculpture garden. This year it features the winner of a community design contest, a high cooler, and neon work by local college students.
We do actually have a spot where you can donate because we would love to put it to run this contest for that. I'm sure let's continue to grow it. We do also ask for business partnerships and things like that. But last year, you know, it was all done in-house. This year we've gotten a big sponsorship, which is lovely, but it is something that in order to grow, we will need some sponsorship and support.
Every day from dusk until 9:30 in Santa Rosa, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 8:53.
Improve your phone typing. This is Soundbites, and I'm Alan Davidson. No matter how fast you type on a keyboard, you'll never be as fast or accurate tapping a virtual keyboard on a screen. So that's why tech designers came up with swipe to type or glide typing. Ever heard of it? Or tried it? Maybe you liked it, but did you ever wonder how it worked? When you slide your finger across the screen to each letter, AI is at work behind that screen. It's analyzing what you're spelling out and calculating what your next breath is likely to be. It's not 100% accurate, but it works well enough to beat out other methods of phone screen typing. Swipe to Type is available for iPhones and Android devices. So if your phone supports it, give it a try. You type faster. With Soundbites. And Aaron Davidson for CBS News.
KCBS News Time 8:54. Here's Brian Van Miller on the Money Watch.
You don't get what you don't ask for, but make sure you're asking the right way. I'm Brian Van Miller on business. According to Fast Company, the art of negotiation is a tricky one, and the first step is to approach the conversation as a collaboration instead of a power struggle. Statements such as, I would love to understand what the opportunity is to get closer to this salary, is a way to open up a discussion with someone instead of just asking for a raise and getting a simple yes or no. And according to Fast Company, there are a couple of things you can do to avoid hearing no, or maybe help someone change their mind. First, do your research on what you're asking for. If you want a raise, come prepared with a range for your current position. If you're looking for a job, find out the turnover rate, or how long the position has been open. This can determine how much of an advantage you might have. Documentation is also a good idea. Show how valuable your work is and how you can improve things. Be ready to compromise, because good job is better than no job at all. Brian Van Miller, CBS News.
Stephen Langford here. Losing hot water is the worst. So when your hot turns to cold, you better think fast. Fast water heater, providing fast, reliable, trustworthy water heater service for over 35 years. Nobody has installed more water heaters in the Bay Area than Fast Water Heater. Call 800-521-FAST, 800-521-FAST. That's 800-521-FAST, or visit fastwaterheater.com. When your hot turns to cold, you better think fast. Fast water heater.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper Heavy Duty Dry Cloth has ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair is gone. All thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper Heavy Duty Dry Cloth. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
You've worked hard all your life and fought for every penny. And now you're looking for a bigger, better retirement, right? You deserve safety, security, and someone you can trust. Does a 9 to 11% possible annual return sound right for you? What if you could have a secure investment that's not affected by inflation, interest rates, bank collapses, or market crashes? With agents having more than 30 years experience in this sector, 1850 Financial can help. They could deliver an annual 9 to 11% return with no market risk, and most IRAs and 401ks are eligible. With 1850 Financial, expect a secure investment without exposing your principal to market risk. So if the market crashes, your money is never at risk. Again, most IRAs and 401ks are eligible. Thousands of people have found financial security and stability using this proven strategy. Take advantage of this opportunity where you earn a 9 to 11% annual return and receive the qualified. 1850 Financial at 844-703-0000. That's 844-703-0000.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Want the very latest in sports? Listen for the Bay Area Chevy Dealers Sports Desk. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
8:58 at KCBS. First for traffic, that's the Mountain View for this update with Joe Hopkinson.
Oh, we have one lane blocked on 101 North right at San Antonio. It's that left lane, and traffic is slow from Rangsdorf as CHP continue to try to clear this accident completely off the roadway. Pittsburgh westbound 4 before Loveridge, that crash is still clearing up. It appears the right lanes are still blocked. We're still finding a lot of congestion starting right near someone's there. And in Lafayette, it is one crash, eastbound 24 before Oak Hill Road. And it looks like the left lane is blocked. The traffic is pretty slow from St. Stephen's Drive. And we have an accident. It looks like it's wrapping up, or at least it's no longer blocking, in the Hollister area. This is Highway 25, which is Volta Road, right at Shore Road. Traffic is still pretty slow in both directions, but it looks like lanes are now open. Your next update, 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And the forecast, some scattered showers tonight with overnight lows in the upper 40s to the middle 50s. Look for a little bit of fog in the morning and a chance of rain tomorrow. Our highs into the upper 50s to the mid 60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 CBS. It's Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Coming up on CBS.
I'm much walled in Santa Rosa. Police contend with a war between rival gangs. Much of the violence involving young teens. It's alarming.
I'm Mary Hughes. All eyes are on who will take over Representative Anna Eshner's congressional seat. And one of those possibilities is a former senator and mayor. And Israel is stepping up its airstrikes in southern Gaza in its renewed offensive against Hamas.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
9 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Matt Piper. The health ministry in Gaza says more than 200 Palestinians have been killed since fighting resumed Friday following a week-long truce between it and Israel. Israel is pounding targets in southern Gaza. CBS's Christian Benavides reports. Fighting in the Gaza Strip has resumed after a week-long truce between Israel and Hamas came to an end. The IDF says it has targeted and destroyed more than 400 terrorist targets and says Hamas bears responsibility for the renewed fighting.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has directed negotiators to return. Israel also said Saturday they are considering a buffer zone between Gaza and Israel following the conflict to prevent an October 7th style attack from repeating itself.
Back here, Los Angeles police say a suspect believed to have been preying on the unhoused in a series of killings is now in custody. Correspondent Adriana Diaz.
Police announced an arrest in connection with the deaths of 4 people, 3 of them homeless and shot while sleeping. Mayor Karen Bass identified the suspect as a 33-year-old